Those opinion polls are devastating for the Gillard government, and there's no giant surprise about all of this. The numbers, if you have missed them thus far today, are devastating, particularly two-party preferred. An 8-point turnaround, -4 from Labor, +4 for the coalition, 56-44. That is more than 20, almost 24 seats that would change hands at an election. Let's imagine things get even, 50% better. There would then be 10 seats that would be being lost by the Labor Party. Let's imagine that they'd be even better than that. They'd lose 5 seats. Well, the point is they have no margin, no seats, nowhere to lose. But it was interesting to see two very different approaches to these opinion polls today. The Prime Minister remains with her head in the sand and actually has an unbelievable gall to stand at the AWU National Conference this evening. She will stand in front of a logo that says Australian Workers' Union, just in case everyone forgets about her and histories in regards to that area. The stupidity of that is exceptional. But of course the reason she is there is to make sure that the AWU gets the goodies they want, and Paul Howes and Bill Shorten come out and say what they did today, which is we back Julia Gillard and we back her all the way. That's that approach. And then there's the more pragmatic approach. When I spoke to Simon Crean on the radio this morning on TUE in Sydney, he was pretty direct. This is a comment that has gone all the way around the country today. Have a look.
It's a wake-up call, isn't it? It's you can't gild the lily. It's where we've been making important progress forward. This seems to suggest back. I might say though, Paul, I mean, there's been a lot of volatility in these polls, and again, one can say easily that you shouldn't read too much into each poll, but it's an important wake-up call for us, and it shows what happens when you've got the internals detracting from you, plus everything that's happening in New South Wales.
Now, Simon Crean, I think, when so many Labor MPs are out there trying to start subtly sending their messages about leadership, clearly showed that at least he's open to acknowledging what's actually going on when it comes to this government. But he did go on to say that the problem is not one of the decisions being made or the way they are being made or the popularity or lack thereof of many of the decisions the government is making. Instead, he believes that it is a messaging problem, that basically the distraction of Kevin Rudd and sometimes the inability of the PM and other ministers to say it straight is the reason why these numbers are as bad as they are. That's not true. We are now into the 5th year of Labor rule and well and truly into the 3rd year of Julia Gillard's Prime Ministership. It's not a wait-and-see exercise anymore. We know what it is like when Julia Gillard is Prime Minister and when her government is in power, and people just don't like it. That's not a messaging problem, that's an actual problem.